So wanted to go over some information on a couple of AR pistol builds that I did recently. It started off where let me first go over the parts here. Of course you have the Law folding stock, bootleg upper. I have a number of these, really happy with them. The handguard is by Phase 5. The muzzle device is the Phase 5 Fat Man. And of course all my builds have the Phase 5 extended bolt release. I think this is a must for ergonomics. A system that I really like for a hand stop is the Magpul AFG1s, and this is an M-LOK rail system, and I have an M-LOK rail right here that the handguard attaches to. Gives kind of a floating look. I'm not sure if you'd be able to see that, but overall very happy with how that the ergonomics of that and the feel and the control that's allowed. You definitely never want your hand to go further into the blast area. You want a hand stop. Other than that, we have some red accents, Strike Industry pens, mag release, Thompson Creek red handguard, and I'm a huge fan of the Phase 5 end cap here because it has a QD mount for a sling, which has really good ergonomics. And in this build, cryptic coating. This is the Mystic Black. I think the by far the best bolt carrier groups are the cryptic coating bolts. If you don't like cleaning your bolts, get a cryptic coating. Not only does it add to smooth operation, saves you a lot of time in cleaning. Also, the Raptor charging handle is another one of my go-to parts. I think these are incredible. So far, they're probably the best ones that I've run across that I really like. And with most of my builds now, I have the binary trigger by Franklin Armory, which I really like. And the lower is the Spikes Tactical. I've done a lot of builds with spike lowers. Never had any trouble whatsoever with any of their lowers. I got one of their Snowflake lowers, a bunch of others. I like the fact that they have a sense of humor, as you can see with this one here. But anyway, the barrel in this one is a 300 Blackout by Criterion, and I was originally looking to get another Noveske setup, but I was talked into the Criterion, and I've read good things about the Criterion barrels. And so the upper here, along with the other one I'll show you, I got the barrels, the Criterion barrels from Precision Firearms, and they went ahead and assembled the upper, which is, I really appreciate it because as much as I love this Phase 5 handguard, and I think it just works incredibly well as far as how it looks with the Fat Man brake, this is not exactly the easiest thing for a novice to install. It requires a little more work. I like something that's a little more, a little easier to do, just to make sure that everything lines up perfectly. I should also say that this one has the, I forget who makes this, but the Midwest Industries, that's has these barricade stops. And these barricade stops are incredible. They got really good teeth to grip onto something in case you're against a wall. But anyway, I was so happy with how this turned out as far as being a fairly lightweight 300 blackout. I think this is an 8.5 inch Criterion barrel, and so in its folded configuration it is incredibly compact. But I was so happy with how this turned out that I wanted to go ahead and replicate the upper exactly in a 5.56. So that's what we have here. Now, of course, this one has the hollow sun. This is the 510C Elite with the green. Super happy with this optic for the money. This thing is just, and I'm not sure if you'd be able to even see that. I can't even see if I'm getting that in there. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, let me go ahead and turn that off. Super happy with this optic for the money. Very happy. We'll probably be picking up some more of those. And so back to the 5.56 upper. Now this one is actually the Criterion 222 or 223 Wylde barrel with the Fat Man brake. All the hardware is exactly the same. On this one, my cryptic coating barrel is the rose gold. There we go. This one in the rose gold, and I am a huge fan of cryptic coatings. These are just amazing, and this one has had a lot of, a couple thousand rounds or 3,000 rounds through it, and still looks brand new. It is just incredible. So a couple of must-have items, in my opinion, if you're doing builds, is the extended bolt release by Phase 5. Cryptic coating bolts are, I think they're just amazing. So that's it. I went ahead and replicated the upper in 5.56, or technically 223 Wylde, but I shoot the 5.56 military surplus through this, and was incredibly happy with just how the builds turned out, and just being able to have this setup in a compact, fairly lightweight, really just very happy with it. And the reason I went ahead and built these was I was going to buy the Sig Sauer Rattler in 300 blackout, and I think the Sig Sauer Rattler is actually a little bit better with its ergonomics, and the fact that you can't shoot this when it's in its folded configuration, but you can shoot the the Sig Rattler when it's completely collapsed. So in its short form, the Sig Sauer Rattler still works, and to me that is just about the only advantage. And when I saw some reviews on the Sig Sauer Rattler, I was like, for $2,500, there shouldn't be little, oh, this could be better, or maybe that could be improved. For that kind of money, I want something that's a lot of money, $2,500. So even though I don't think the ergonomics are as good, this can't shoot in its shortest form, I still am very happy with this being my replacement for the Sig Sauer Rattler. And like I said, I was so happy with it, I replicated the upper in 5.56 and was just 223 Wylde, technically. But like I said, very, very happy. And so happy, as a matter of fact, I will probably buy all these parts except for the optic for the upper and go ahead and build this exact same setup in 9mm. Probably use an 8-inch barrel for the 9mm, which would put the length directly in between these two. This is 7.5 inches. I think the 300 blackout is 8.5. And use a Fat Man brake. But that way I have all three calibers with the exact same ergonomics, and just very happy with the setup. And one last thing to cover, the magazines. Sure, if you had the money, the HK magazines, can you even read that? These, here's an old LEO HK mag, but I have a number of the newer HK 5.56 mags. Really a big fan of them. Other than that, I really like the Lancer mag here. I think it's the LWA 5 or whatever these mags are. These Lancer mags are outstanding. That's pretty much, I use hex mags for the range. Anything else, I'd use these Lancers. These are clear. I also have them in smoke. Or if you have lots of money, just get a boatload of these HK for 50 or whatever they cost a pop. But if you have any questions, let me know. And if I do end up finishing this off and replicate the entire upper and the 9mm platform, I'll probably post that as well. But that's it. So let me grab a cup of coffee here out of my coffee mug, and I will see you guys later.